In the fast paced world of media and social networks, a single headline can shift public perception in the blink of an eye. Today, on this video, we delve into the case of Jonathan Majors, one of Hollywood's rising stars, whose life took a sudden turn amidst serious allegations. Known for his powerful performances and undeniable charisma, Jonathan Majors seemed poised for a promising career. But recently, he has found himself at the center of a media storm that has raised questions about justice, public opinion, and the speed at which conclusions are drawn. Accusations surfaced, and almost immediately, the court of public opinion rendered its verdict. Social media buzzed with speculation, while headlines raced to keep up. Yet, amidst the clamor, a crucial question remains. Are we rushing to judgment without knowing the full story? Today, we explore the impact of these allegations on Jonathan Majors' reputation, examining how the rapid dissemination of information can overshadow due process. Is it possible that Majors, like so many before him, is being judged before the facts have been thoroughly vetted? We'll talk about legal experts, about the implications of media coverage on a person's life and career. We'll also look at the broader issues of how we, as a society, handle accusations and the presumption of innocence. As we unravel this complex case, I invite you to consider the consequences of a hasty judgment and the importance of waiting for the facts to emerge. Jonathan Majors' story is not just of one man. It's a reflection of how modern media shapes our perceptions of right and wrong. This is Geek What? I'm your host, MattCat83. Let's get into this, nerds. What's up, nerds? So today we're delving into one of the most talked about and controversial stories in Hollywood, the case of Jonathan Majors. Now, the acclaimed actor known for his powerful performances in films like The Last Black Man in San Francisco and Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania found himself at the center of a storm following a series of allegations made by his ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabari. But is the media portrayal of Majors truly reflective of the facts? Buckle up as we take a deep dive into the complex case and uncover why the narrative might be more skewed than it seems. To start off, let's lay out the timeline of events that led to this media frenzy. On March 25th, 2023, an incident occurred involving Jonathan Majors and Grace Jabari, which would quickly spiral into a highly publicized case. Jabari alleged that Majors assaulted her in their car and fled the scene. Now, the following day, Jabari was found with visible injuries and taken to the hospital. This dramatic turn of events instantly grabbed headlines, painting Majors in a negative light before a thorough investigation could be conducted. Now let's dissect the specifics of the accusations. Grace Jabari's testimony included claims of a history of violent behavior by Majors, citing instances where he allegedly threw objects and caused physical harm. However, there are troubling inconsistencies in her account. For example, Jabari admitted to being unsure about the exact nature of her injuries and how they occurred, casting doubt on the reliability of her version of events. Adding to the complexity, the media's immediate rush to judgment played a significant role in shaping public perception. Major outlets and social media platforms quickly labeled Majors as guilty, often sensationalizing the story and presenting only one side of the narrative, which is so frustrating for somebody like myself. This hasty condemnation reflects the broader issues in high-profile cases, where incomplete and misleading information can lead to unfair judgments and significant professional and personal consequences. In contrast to the media's portrayal, Jonathan Majors has consistently denied any wrongdoing. During the legal proceedings, Majors asserted that he was the victim of aggression from Jabari, not the perpetrator. He described Jabari as having slapped him and squeezed his face, which challenges the narrative of him being the aggressor. This defense introduces a different perspective on the incident and raises questions about who the true instigator might have been. A pivotal moment in Majors' defense came during his interview on Good Morning America. Majors vehemently denied the allegations, stating unequivocally that he has never hit a woman. He also suggested that racial bias might have influenced his arrest, arguing that as a black man, he was unfairly targeted. This aspect of the case adds another layer of complexity, highlighting potential racial undertones in the legal process. The testimonies of Jonathan Majors' ex-girlfriends, Emma Duncan and Maura Hopper, also played a role in the case. Now, Duncan's statements included serious allegations of physical abuse, while Hopper detailed emotional abuse. However, Major's defense team challenged the credibility of these two testimonies, suggesting that they were exaggerated or misrepresented. The media's coverage often glossed over these potential biases, further complicating the public's understanding of the situation. Witness testimony also played a significant role in shaping perceptions. Holly Blakely, fellow choreographer, observed changes in Jabari's behavior and appearances. Now, while Blakely's observations suggest that Jabari was affected by the relationship, they did not necessarily confirm Majors' guilt. I mean, the subjective nature of these observations highlights how individual perspectives can be misinterpreted or manipulated in the court of public opinion. Additionally, Dr. William Chang, who assessed Jabari's injuries, he provided critical testimony. I mean, Chang confirmed that Jabari had a fractured finger and a laceration behind her ear, but he also said that these injuries could have resulted from various causes, not necessarily an assault. This expert testimony introduces reasonable doubt about Major's responsibility for Jabari's injuries and suggests that the injuries' origins should be carefully scrutinized. I mean, this right here is a part where the case should have been thrown out, or he should have been found innocent right off the bat, because they presented reasonable doubt, which is what you have to do in a trial. That's the job of the lawyer. And if I was on the jury right then and there, I'd have been like, well, you can't prove he did it. So, ipso facto, case closed. Now let's get to the media, right? The media's amplification of Jabari's claims while downplaying Majors' side of the story exemplifies a troubling trend. High-profile cases often become media spectacles, where the pursuit of sensational headlines overshadow a fair examination of the facts. In Major's case, this approach may have contributed to the skewed portrayal, further complicating the quest for justice. I can't tell you how many times we've seen this played out, and it really bothers me how the media and social media jumps to conclusions just so they can get a super fun story. Now, the conduct of the NYPD officers involved in this case also raise concern, are completely inept, okay? Brandon Swain, one of the responding officers, admitted to not conducting a thorough investigation before arresting Majors. He failed to check surveillance footage or thoroughly interview witnesses, potentially leading to a flawed decision based on incomplete evidence. Such procedural lapses in understanding the fairness of the arrest and the subsequent legal proceedings. Now, Jabari's behavior post-alleged assault also raised questions. I mean, I was just like, what's going on here, sister? I mean, surveillance footage showed her using her right hand despite claims of fractured finger. This discrepancy was used to challenge her testimony. Additionally, Jabari's choice to not call 911 immediately and her concern about Majors' repercussions reflect complex emotions rather than straightforward evidence of abuse. I mean, she worried about what would happen to Jonathan over her own safety, and I just go, I have questions. Because she probably knew that she was going to be losing that meal ticket that she was getting from Jonathan Majors. I mean, this was a star on the rise, and she just had to sit back and be his girlfriend, and she could ride that money train to the bank. And so she's all like, I might have made the mistake. Now, the rapid and often unforgiving reaction from the media and social media platforms further influenced public opinion. The sensationalist coverage and immediate judgment created a narrative that heavily impacted Major's reputation. This case underscores the dangers of allowing media portrayals and social media reactions to overshadow the need for a fair and thorough examination of evidence. Now, as the trial concluded, Jonathan Majors faced severe professional repercussions. Marvel Studios dropped him, and several film projects were postponed or canceled. This highlights the collateral damage that can result from high-profile accusations, regardless of the ultimate outcome. The long-lasting impact on Major's career serves as a stark reminder of the consequences of legal battles. It's essential to remember that the legal system's role is to determine guilt or innocence based on evidence, not public opinion. Now, while Jabari's accusations were taken seriously, the burden of proof lies in representing concrete evidence rather than relying solely on emotional testimonies or media portrayals. Major's defense aimed to challenge the credibility of Jabari's claims and highlight inconsistencies, raising reasonable doubts about the accusations, which I feel that they did. I mean, Jabari was out in the nightclub the night before, as I've shown you. She was using her hands. Everything seemed fine and dandy. It just was a big load of nonsense, in my opinion. The broader lesson from this case is about the importance of critical thinking and skepticism in the face of sensationalist media coverage. Jonathan Major's situation demonstrates the consequences of jumping to conclusions and emphasizes the need for fair and unbiased legal process. It's crucial to separate fact from narrative and scrutinize both sides of a story before forming conclusions. In conclusion, while Grace Jabari's allegations were serious, the defense raised significant concerns about her credibility and the handling of the case. The media's role in shaping public opinion and potential biases in reporting highlight the need for more nuanced and balanced approach to high-profile legal cases. Jonathan Majors' story serves as a cautionary tale about the impact of public perception on professional and personal lives. And I think it's absolutely gross negligence on the fact of the media. I mean, tabloids, these trades, social media, they all just want to glomp on to, this story so they can get views, so they can get clicks. Meanwhile, an innocent man's life, reputation, and future are on the line, and they do not care. They don't care. They just want this story. Like I said before, Grace Jabari, she ruined her chances to have a high profile man, and she just, all because of what? We really don't know what happened. And I think that the media is just disgusting, but with the fact that they just let a man's life just, completely get demolished over, over what? Circumstantial evidence, inconsistencies, uncredible witnesses, and incomplete evidence, and the fact that the NYPD Blue did not conduct a thorough investigation when they answered that 911 call. It's just there's so many questions and doubts about this case, but nope, the black man's guilty. So that's all I got for you guys today. I hope that I did a thorough job of explaining why I think that Jonathan Majors was shafted in this. If you found this analysis insightful, just let me know. I hope it was a deep enough dive. I didn't know if getting into the specifics of the case was something that you would want to hear, but I just wanted to highlight the fact that the media, social media, the public perception, I mean, it's just disgusting how people will just glomp onto a story and just immediately presume guilt. And I just go, there has to be, there's more to the story. There has to be. But tell me what you guys think about this whole case. Are you somebody that followed it thoroughly and you thought, it was sketchy from the get-go? Or do you think that Jonathan Majors is just completely guilty? Tell me what you guys think. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I just want to say also that if you want to see more videos like this, where I try to do, I try to cover more nuanced stories, let me know in the comment section down below. Also, you can hit my notification bell for more in-depth looks into stories like this that matter. But until next time, I hope you guys have a good day. Bye.